And it's coming up on the right. See right past this sign, you'll see like a little opening. If you can park off the road maybe, Jamal. See, that's a compressor station that was just built. It's not complete yet, but it's mostly done without the compressor. This is good, this is great. This is a compressor station. If anybody wants to get out, I guess if you feel you have the time, I think we do. Yeah. But it has the dehydrators, it has the brine tank. It does not have the compressors yet. They're using it as free flow for the gas. This was put in, this was all a farm at one point. Till last year, they were selling produce. So this, you can see the homes are right across the road. They're 400 feet, a compressor. They used to look at a farm, now we see a compressor. And of course this one's quiet because the compressors are not in. When we see another compressor station, you will hear the noise and the emissions. Compressors are allowed to emit tons of emissions in our state of all kinds of volatile organics, all kinds of toxins like BTEXs, like benzene, xylulene, toluene, formaldehydes, dioxides, and they're allowed to do this. And we're having now compressors, from what I can see, every 2 to 4 miles to help push the gas, compress it, dehydrate it, and push it through the pipes. Like webs. They can go through wetlands. So that goes right over and keeps going, yeah. And it's like all over the county. If you were to look at it from above with a plane, you just see like spider web. And this is only 4 years, so they are not complete. Only maybe 25% developed. So they want to get gas out, every ounce out. And in the southern part of our county, it's less than a mile, quarter of a mile, half a mile. So this is how the sites will work, and then compressor stations every 2 to 4 miles, and then the pipelines, besides other auxiliary parts to it.
What kind of input does that family have on whether or not this is going to be placed here? Is there any? Were they part of a process, or what?
There's no input. There's basically no zoning. We are in an agricultural, rural area. Basically no zoning. They have no input. They can come to a hearing if they want. I go to hearings in our county, DEP hearings, and complain and testify my concerns. They could come, but of course they probably didn't. A small minority speak out. Most of us that speak out are from out of the area. We are considered transplants. We're from the cities. We happen to understand more the process that you can protest. You can stand up for your rights. You can complain. Most of the people here who are natives do not have that background. Do not feel that they can protest, that they have any power. They feel very disempowered.
How many jobs has that created for the community?
Hardly any jobs. They talk about jobs, hardly any. It's about 10% of our community is used. Most of them are from out of the area, out of the state. Most of the license plates are all different states.
What do they do with the fracking oil when they finish?
That's another question that's hard to understand or to answer, because I asked them, where does it go?
Is it stored here?
No, not as far as I know. There's brine stored here. See that tank?
Yes.
That beige colored tank? That's brine water coming from the process of. That's some of the brine that comes up with the gas. Now that gets taken out of there periodically. They empty it. Now where does it go? Can't get a definitive answer. I keep asking. I can't get an answer. Do the officials know? They can't even answer. Now Brett might know.
Does they have to indicate on some map where the pipelines are?
Oh yeah, there's some kind of a map for the pipelines. Who knows? That we can't get answers. We don't know. And all I know is that sometimes.
Who's the legislator in this area?
The legislators don't care.
And they're blocked by the
They don't care. They don't answer our questions. I photograph them. You can go on my website.
Who are they? That's what we're asking.
Who are they? Which one do you want? The county legislators? Who do you want? County, state,
and
local.
The federal one.
To the government.
And federal.
You can send us that information and we can share it with everybody.
That's right.
How
Right.
much
I can
money
send
do
it.
they get
But
paid
also-
for this property? How much
Well, they
money?
usually get paid. If they put a compressor station like this one, what I hear, they don't tell you exactly because that's all private. I've asked. They'll usually get, from what I hear, $1 million for that, to put a compressor station.
Okay,
That
now
goes to the owner.
She gets it,
The owner, the
owner.
Mr. Barber.
Mr. Barber. Okay, now we want to know. Okay.
Excuse me? It's taking the gas from the other sites, the gas sites, bringing them here, compressing it, and pushing it through into pipelines.
Do we know where the
Okay,
pipe,
now
are
where
they
does the
following
pipe-
the roads, the pipe?
No, they're not all following it. There's a pipeline right there.
Right.
That's a pipeline.
Right up there.
That cleared area is pipeline. Every cleared, most of cleared. And it goes out of our state. All the gas is going out of our county, out of our area. It's going into New York, it's going into New Jersey, it's going into Massachusetts.
What about radon?
It's like the Alaska pipeline.
What about radon? They don't care. What about it?
But
There's
is
radon
is
means
any of
nothing.
it leaked? In this process, is any of it leaked here in your county?
Not that we know, but not that they care to know. Not that they care to test. It's not an issue.
Okay, now you say this is a
Nothing is
compressor.
an issue unless you scream and yell. We scream and yell, it then becomes some kind of an issue. Otherwise, nothing.
Have you learned anything by screaming and yelling?
Yes, that we do get some action. At least we can warn people. We can warn you people so that you don't allow it in New York State. We can warn the world so other countries don't allow it. We've had countries here, and then they put in moratoriums. We can warn people and then see what happens.
And people write books about you.
And people write books about us.
By your experience.
Right, I'm in that book.
Yeah.
I'm in all kinds of things.
Has Josh Fox been here?
He's been here many times, yes. Only do a certain amount of going door to door, which we do, but most of them can't compute, can't understand, don't want to get involved, afraid to get involved, cannot think that they can even speak or that they have the power. They trust their government. This is number one.
Isn't the money a factor, though? The money that is given to
Yes,
these
the
people?
money is a factor because the money is somehow comforting them, persuading them, making them feel okay, that they have value. But otherwise, they do not feel they can speak up.
Okay, now how is the gas transported into this?
This is all, the gas is all pipelines. Underneath here, all kinds of pipelines.
Comes in and brings the gas.
Brings it to here, and then
then
it gets
after
sent
it's
to another
treated,
type
it's
of
gone.
pipeline.
It's gone.
Right, to
there been
another
any-
pipeline,
has
to other
there been-
pipelines, other pipelines.
Have there been any accidents
Yes, we've had accidents, we've had explosions, we've had people dying.
in your county?
Yes, we had an explosion on a compressor station at the end of March.
Why did they die?
Well, they die from different machinery. They're working on machinery,
Oh,
something, you know,
machinery.
it's just accidents.
But also a person died in their bathroom lighting a match.
Oh, I don't know.
It's in Wilbur's book.
Was that
Water, I don't know.
was
Might
that
be okay.
here,
There's
or
no
did-
drilling.
that was
This
here?
is not drilling.
Well, that was
So
here.
it's like this during the week, and
This is like the.
Do they have surveillance cameras on these things?
I don't see any indication of it. They might, but there's no indication. They don't even have a sign. I just called them this past week and I said, why don't you even have a sign identifying what this is? I said, what kind of a company are you? Put your sign out there and put your name.
This is like the oil pumping station.
Do you know what kind of farm, what did they focus on when it was still operating?
This one was produce. They had a produce
Right.
stand, they, you know, vegetables.
Your county is in New York City's food chain, and this area is part of what supplies the green market.
That's right, and our
Do you know
cows
how
and our
many
milk.
Right. Do you know
And
how
our
many
meat.
farms have withdrawn from providing New York City?
No, they're still
Or is there
providing.
any-
Nobody I know has withdrawn. They're still providing. I know of one farm right now in the next county. She's got bad water. She has a dairy. The cows have sores on their body. She's got sores and rashes on her hands, and they're still milking the cows, and it's going into the milk stream. So you guys are getting it. And nobody's shutting this down. I am outraged that they do not even test that. The cows are sick. She's got stuff that has bad water, and they allow the milk to be
Actually, that's a good
released.
question. If we
That to
had-
me is beyond a
What about
comprehension.
the
That's
Department of Health? Have they been,
the
have
green
complaints
market
been
system
made?
won't
let's get
touch
this
them.
One question at a
Hey,
time,
let
please.
this- yeah.
One, has the Department of Health been contacted by
No,
any of you?
nobody. No, but we have so much work to do contacting. We contact now restaurants. We have people with bad water, restaurants. We have to make the contacts. They all sit on their duffs and allow it. We have to make the contacts. Why should I do it? Why are they not doing it?